Let's go for it. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
Good morning.
It's very early for that kind of thing, isn't it?
It is very early for that sort of like rocking out.
It is. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome to Guitar Paradiso. I am Paul.
And I'm Pete.
Indeed.
And today we're looking at some more Reverend, some might call it part 2 of Reverend guitars, because we have done a video previous to this one on some other guitars. Again, Reverend guitars, but some other models. And
my first time.
It's your first
my
time.
My first time with Reverend.
It's
Pete, stop. All this innuendo.
Well,
so my first time with Reverend guitars.
It has to be sometimes. Anyway.
But I am quite excited about these.
I know.
Very first time I've ever played one. The guitar that I have is a Reeves Gabrel guitar. If you're not aware of who Reeves Gabrel is, you probably should be. So Reeves Gabrel is the guitar player, was with David Bowie for a long, long time, right back to Tin Machine in the 80s.
Yeah.
A very experimental guitar player, very unusual style, and I think in these days to actually have your own style is really something to be... It's difficult.
It is very difficult.
Reeves Gabrel does that.
Yeah.
He's also played with, he did some stuff with Nine Inch Nails, and of course now he is the guitar player with The Cure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fantastic player.
Yeah.
Well worth checking out. This is his signature model.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a cool looking guitar.
I mean, that looks absolutely cool.
Yeah.
Ridiculously cool. It really, really does.
It has the 50s thing going on, it has the 60s thing going on, but it also has all of its own thing going on as well.
Yeah.
Much like Reeves Gabrel himself.
Yeah, exactly. It's very cool.
Yeah, so what we have here, we've got a Carina body. which I believe we have on all of the guitars.
I think they all use Carina bodies.
Yeah.
The ones we have here, the 4 guitars we have here today.
Yeah, it's like a big thing for Reverend guitars. Now, Carina on a lot of guitars can be really expensive. There's some manufacturers, if they make a Carina guitar, they charge high premiums for it. And these guitars, I was pleased to say, actually aren't that.
They're not that
expensive
They're
at all.
sort of mid-range, mid-priced guitars, aren't they?
Yeah. So Carina body, we've got a Wilkinson tremolo system on there as well. Wilkinson, they're great for staying in tune. We have some slightly unusual pickup switching and some unusual pickups on here. So we have the rail hammer pickups, where you can see I've actually got rails on the bottom end and the normal pull pieces at the top end there as well. And the idea behind that is that you can actually get a really tight sort of bottom end sound for for low things.
Yeah.
For low playing.
For low playing, for tuning down perhaps even.
Indeed. But without actually using any of the clarity or anything on the top strings as well. Obviously, pickup selector switch. We have a phase switch as well. And then we have a phase switch on the push pull there. Yeah. And then we have a bass contour switch. Now this really opens up a lot of different sounds.
It does, and that's the thing that the Reverend's putting on their guitars as well. That bass roll up switch. It's really cool.
So that's on all the guitars.
In all of the guitars.
It's all the guitars that I have here as well.
Differences. What's the neck? It's maple neck.
It is. It's a maple neck there.
Board. It's got their own. It's got locking tuners on there.
Yeah, locking machine heads. You've got graphite nut on there as well. Just a really cool guitar. Okay.
Right, so Joe Naylor started the guitar company in 1997 in a little bike shed in East Detroit somewhere, and later on Ken Hass joined and became the sales manager, head of sales in 2007, and then kind of propelled the whole thing into what we are today. Yeah,
that's quite a cool story on the website about him being the sandpaper salesman.
Yeah, he worked for a painting company or something, and he was really bored with it, and he was like going out to instead of going to sell sandpaper and paint to car manufacturers or whatever, he went to music shops and saw Joe's guitar hanging in some shops and figured
he must use some sandpaper.
Exactly.
Must need sandpaper. I'll find this guy.
I'm not going to going, do you want to buy some sandpaper? You're making guitars, you need sandpaper. And he became head of sandpaper from then on out.
And then head of sales.
And then head of sales, and then today he's CEO. And runs it with Penny, which I assume is probably his wife, but you never know. You never know. Maybe they just got the same last name. But anyway, so the guitar I then have here is a limited edition for 2016 in a beautiful purple flame.
You're very taken with the purple, aren't you?
I like a bit of the purple, May he rest in peace.
I feel the same.
Exactly.
I feel the same.
And it's a limited edition for 2016. This is really, really light guitar. Okay. Feel that, because I was much lighter than
see what I mean?
So
and still Carina as well.
And
this
Carina
guitar
body.
It's definitely lighter than this guitar as well.
Yeah. So the guitar has got the Carina body as well. Yeah. And it's got it's not a bolt-on neck on like yours. So that's a set neck in here. See. Yeah. So that's got a different neck. It's got the little limited sticker up here. These are all made in. So they get designed by Joe. Yeah. They then get built in Korea in a factory. Then they get sent back to the States, where they then get the final setup. Yeah. And all the things are checked over and everything, and then from there they get sent straight to the shop. So they come straight to Andertons after that.
Yeah. I mean, the setup on this one's great.
Absolutely.
It feels fantastic.
Feel wonderful.
And feels like a much more expensive guitar.
It does feel like a much more expensive guitar. Yeah. You pick it up and you think it's definitely a guitar at least over $1,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pounds, definitely. Yeah. It's got a Bixby. This one on here. It's got their own designed pickups. It's got Rosewood fingerboards. It's got medium jumbo frets on it, so it's nice and easy to play. 24. I think I mentioned that 24 and 3/4 inch scale length. Again, it's got this 3-way switch to switch between the pickup, volume, tone, and the bass contour roll-off switch or whatever you call that. Cool. And how it sounds.
Let's have a listen to that.
Front pickup, clean sound, G chord, hello. No delay. Both pickups. Back pickup. Very nice. I'm running it into the Fender amp. I'm just going to put a little bit of overdrive on from a Mod Honey, T-Rex Mod Honey 2 in the channel 1, just a little low gain. Front pickup. Running into the hot rod. It wants the feedback as well, and the low, this bass thing works like this. So
big
makes
difference.
a massive difference. But you know, you might want to use it for something. You know, it's very useful.
Yeah.
With overdrive pedals and all of that different stuff. So really cool guitar. I dig it, man. It's really nice. It really is nice. And I just noticed when I said it's got the locking tuners on there.
Yep.
Which is also really cool.
Same on this one here. Yeah.
And the Bixby. You know, you can debate whether you like the Bixby or not. Setting the strings on.
Whether you like them or not, they always look good.
They look amazing. And what's not to like about a purple collar flame?
Indeed.
Anyway,
so
let's have a listen to these, because I'm interested in these pickups here, because these are different pickups. I haven't really seen these before. I was like, what are these pickups? And Railhammer.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a separate company, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, but these are designed. So these are the Railhammer chisel pickups. So these are designed by Joe Naylor.
Okay.
As you can see there, we've got the rails on the bottom, but the normal pole pieces on the top.
Yeah.
Let's have a listen to the. So I'm going to keep that bass contour control maybe rolled off to start with. So that's the neck pickup. Yeah, straight into the Friedman amp with a little bit of delay from the...
Shirley. Good morning.
Both pickups. And I can also use that phase switch. Yeah, to get some different sounds out of there. Back to the tone switch there. Over to the bridge. A lot of sounds there, so let's roll the bass contour control up now.
Yeah, it sounds so good, man.
That's a cool sounding
It
guitar.
sounds so cool, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I like the black headstock there. I like the binding around the neck.
Yeah.
I like the matte orange color.
Yeah.
I like that guitar.
And
It's
again,
a very cool
even
guitar.
down to the headstock, just trying to have an individual headstock these days is quite difficult. You know, we're
very
getting used to
difficult.
the same kind of headstocks all the time.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things I liked a lot on the website was that Joe Naylor really is into making guitars that are customized for the player as well.
Yeah.
So he takes a lot of pride in actually listening to how a player plays and building a guitar directly for them. So
Yeah.
I'm sure him and Reeves Gabrel spent a lot of time looking at this guitar and the next guitar that we're going to look at.
Exactly. So
and you'll see a lot of different endorsees on the website as well. So notably, for me, Mark Knopfler is in there.
Mark Knopfler's in there, yeah.
Mark Knopfler's using these guitars. From the bass guitars as well. So Michel Indicello.
Yeah.
It's a great bass player, great artist. She's using Reverend guitars as well. Yeah,
Smashing Pumpkins.
Absolutely. Billy Corgan. Yeah.
It's got a signature as well. It's a go on the website. Go to ReverendGuitars.com, I believe it is, and just have a look at all the guitars. They've got loads of. They also got some more traditional guitars, like with just 3 single coils or something with like a Telly's T-style setup.
All kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff, which is really cool. So let's move on. Look at this, Jetstream.
Yes.
So this is a Jetstream, right? So I'm just going to look at it because this is just one of the standard range. So this is the Jetstream HB, and HB. I'm not quite sure. Humbucker, perhaps. Do you think?
Could be.
Could be. It could be.
It's looking good, though.
If I'm wrong, then please correct me in the comment section below. Again, the Wilkinson system on here, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, Wilkinson, it's a great, not only great for staying in tune, but it just sounds great as well.
It sounds great, and it feels absolutely. So when you tune her off here, just do that. Oh, hang on. Tone, roll it all off. Here we go. But it just really feels nice. Thank you. It really feels nice. So this is a different shape as well. You see, this shape is like really. I don't know what guitar it kind of reminds me of.
Does it remind you of this one?
No, not really. Actually, not really, because look, that's got a completely different shape to it. I know what you're saying.
I think it's this bit. This is like a Reverend. That's the Reverend thing. Yeah, but you're right. Yeah.
And this bit is it looks a bit longer to me, which I like.
Yeah.
Maybe perhaps like a little like a Jack.
Like a Wolfgang or something, like a
Jazz Master or something like that.
So many different things there. So it's
I know. Exactly. I like the tortoiseshell plate. Again, 3-way switch between the pickups, volume, tone, and the bass roll up again. Maple neck. I think this might be a different scale length. It's 25.5-inch scale length, so different from the other one I played before. The neck profile is medium oval, so feels really lovely. Again, the Carina body. Trussrod dual action that you access from the top there. And again, the locking tuners. And as it says on here, spoiler alert, you'll never stand out if you're trying to fit in. So I like these things. There was another one over here that said, the only way you'd have more attitude is if you grew another middle finger. Indeed. So anyway, that's that guitar. Lovely.
Yes. And I have this one.
Yeah.
So this is another Reeves guitar. This
you're
is a Reeves
a fan, aren't you? You're a big fan of it.
I'm a big fan of Reeves Cabral, and I'm a big fan of that guitar there. I think that's a great looking guitar. Yeah. This one is big. This is a big body guitar.
It's a big guitar, isn't it?
For some reason, it shouldn't do, but yeah, I think it's a hollow guitar as well.
It's semi-hollow, isn't it?
Yeah, semi-hollow, so it's not particularly heavy. It's a Carina body again.
Yeah.
We have the Railhammer pickups in there as well.
Yeah.
So some slightly different ones on this guitar though. So it's not the chisel ones on this one. We have the Alnico Grande, and we have the Hyper Vintage in the neck. So
ceramic, was it one of them was ceramic? I can't really remember. But
I believe so on there as well. So again, same sort of controls. We've got the volume, the tone, we have the bass contour control, pickup selector switch, and then on this one, for Reeves Cabral, we have a kill switch.
Kill switch.
So that will switch your guitar on and off when you knock it. Yeah. That would be
interesting design, isn't it?
That would be in a strange place for me. That would be a little bit too close for killing and switching on my guitar and off and on, but
if you're maybe hammering a little bit like that, and you might accidentally, but maybe there's a reason why he put it there, I can imagine.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I don't think Reeves Cabral does anything based on there will definitely be a reason on there. So it's a big body guitar. I mean, the other thing that kind of strikes me about this is the last time I sort of had a guitar that I've noticed is this sort of big body, and maybe this guitar just reminds me of it, is the Robert Smith signature guitar.
Oh yeah,
Schecter would do.
Yeah.
Because Robert Smith from the Cure is a big guy, and he plays big guitar. So I mean, Reeves Cabral's obviously Reeves Cabral's. He's a
fairly normal size.
Is he? I think he's changed. He's changed a few times.
It kind of happens.
So it just reminded us of that kind of Robert Smith style guitar as well, in terms of the actual size of that as well. So
I like it again with that sloping thing,
yeah,
thing
very
down here.
very distinctive. Reminds me a little bit of a sort of Burns guitar as well. So that kind of 60s influence there as well. You know, so
is that a lacquered neck on there?
It is, yeah. And that's a glued in neck as well, as opposed to the bolt on, which you are now sporting on that guitar. Yeah.
Well, let's hear that.
Okay.
First, and then we'll see what happens. Again, these must sound different in a semi-hollow guitar.
Okay.
And you got the bass roll off there as well, or the bass?
I'm going to keep the bass contour control on off to start with, actually. So,
just pulling his knob.
Don't pull the knob. Don't pull the knob. So, I have the kill switch. So that will just switch the guitar on or off. Run the bass contour a bit there.
I was gonna join in. Sorry.
No, let's do it. Sorry, I just wanted to roll that bass contour up.
Okay. Here we go. Ready. 3. Nice played, man. Nice played.
You too.
Wow. So these are just great guitars, man. You just pick a guitar out. We literally pick them out of the box, and I always say that all the time. But that's what we most of the time we do. We get 4 boxes in, we go open it up, we go, what are these? And then we literally play them.
Yeah, literally, absolute first time on a record.
And they feel brilliant. Yeah, it's the first time you played them.
Yeah.
What do you think then?
Absolutely.
So completely sort of. Just give us an opinion on what you think first time playing a Reverend.
So I think I love them. They're great. It plays great. It feels really well set up. You know, like you said before, they all get set up in the American factory. I believe, so the guitars that I've got a couple of signatures on here. So one of the signature, which I think they all have, is the actual guy who's in charge of all the setup. So every guitar leaves when they come back to leaves the factory, they get set up by that team there, and they're all signed off by the same guy, which is a Zach, I believe.
Toledo, Ohio. When they go back to there.
Yeah.
They
So-
get signed off when they're good.
Yeah, so they play great. It feels like a much more expensive guitar. I love the individual way that they look. I love the look of the Reeves Gabriel guitar, and like I said,
Nice.
I am a massive fan of Reeves Gabriel anyway. If you're not, you should definitely check him out.
Yeah, you should.
Really,
You should.
really interesting player, which is why he's
But if-
Bowie and 9-inch nails and the Cure. Like that's why they look at a guy like that and go,
No.
he can offer them something different.
We need that guy.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
guy.
And he often tours in the UK as well with seeing him live
Yeah.
as well. He does like a trio thing. It's really good. So I love the look of that one. I could use that. This one is a little bit more unusual for me. It's great, and it's like a personal taste thing. This sort of the Burns look and the general size of this guitar kind of probably not so much personally for me.
No.
However, it plays great and it sounds great. So
So
if you like the look of that, that's awesome.
So we try to swap. These are the more sort of standard series standard guitars in the range. So let's try to swap over. Do you want to play that one, or do you want to?
Yeah, let's do
So
that.
let's try this one. That's gonna look massive on me. I like it.
That's a big old guitar, isn't it?
Oh, but it's very light though, isn't it?
It looks
Very
pretty-
like.
It looks good on you, Pete.
Does it?
It suits you, yeah.
Yeah, it suits the flamingos.
Yeah, it works well.
Well, let's see what happens. So anyway, it's into the Fender as well. Let's try and see what that does.
Yeah.
Strings are 9s on here, 10s on there, I believe.
Okay.
But that sounds lovely.
Oh, you
though,
make that
doesn't
sing. You make that
it?
sing.
Doesn't that sound? You're implying I need to buy one. Is that what you're implying? Not just yet. But it could be a thing you could wish for Christmas, couldn't it?
It could be.
Yes. Wow, that sounds
Very
good.
nice. It sounds great. It sounds great in your
I
hand.
like these pickups, man.
Yeah, it sounds nice.
Lovely. Wow. Yeah. And it feels nice. I'm really impressed. I mean, you know what? Actually, when we did the first video and we got the guitars in, I was really impressed then. I hadn't played this guitar before, these guitars. And I was really impressed. And I know Mick was really impressed. And it is one of those guitars, if you are looking, what are they now? About $5.99. I think they started about that pound.
Yeah.
Look at the links below, because it could change.
Yeah, like $749, I think, on the ones that I was looking at before. It's starting at $5.99.
Yeah, and if you've got that sort of, if you're looking for like a mid-price guitar, it depends on, everything's relative, isn't it? If for £500 is a lot for some people, and not a lot for other people, but it's a great value for the money, I'd say. It's a good one to go and look at. And if you want to be individual, get something that not maybe everybody's got.
Yeah.
It's a great thing to have a look at. So, but I think we've gone through these, haven't we?
I think so, yeah.
And
This
just
feels great, incidentally, as well. That neck feels.
Yeah.
Being
Have a
more
little
of a Strat player, that just feels like a nice, comfortable.
It does,
like
doesn't
a nice,
it? I
comfortable
like
Strat.
the satin
Yeah.
finish on it as well. Let's have a listen to what that sounds like in the Friedman, please.
For the price, man. No sharp frets or anything. It's really well. It's really well finished off.
Exactly.
Okay,
We
so
like a nice finish off.
into the Friedman. So let's just run it with a bass contour control. See, I like a lot of bass, so I like that bass contour control.
Yeah, I like the bass control as well. I'll probably leave it in
Shift
most of the time.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah, man. Sounds nice.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that, is there? Come into Andertons and check these guitars out because they are really cool. And
Indeed,
this was another 4 Reverend guitars, and there's much more. So we can probably do like 5 or 6 videos on all of the different models because
there's a lot of stuff on there.
There's a lot of them.
Be interesting to see the bass as well.
Yeah,
they've done. Have a look at the shop. And
actually, there's a bass video from all about the bass, which is in on YouTube. You can go and have a look at.
I walked right into that, didn't I?
You did. It was almost like it was set up, but actually it wasn't set up like that.
I must go home and watch more videos.
Yeah, you must go home and watch all about the bass videos.
Yeah.
Good one. Oh, great basses, and they look really cool as well.
Yeah,
They just
great.
look cool. There's an orange one, and I'm a big fan of the orange one, I must say. Anyway, this was Guitar Paradiso, Reverend Guitars. My name is Pete.
And I'm Paul.
And we will see you very, very soon.
Well, thank you. Bye.